What's going on, guys? EH66 here. Welcome back to another Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video. And I want to start this video by just thanking you guys for watching the Master Duel videos. I know I've been very inconsistent with them throughout the years. I made one last year. I made a few in the summer of 2022. And this year I've made a lot this month. I've just been really enjoying Master Duel lately. And I'm very happy you guys have been watching those videos. Yeah. And obviously my last two videos, you saw me playing two different decks. One of which was Thunder Dragon. One of which was Flandreese. I've been playing Thunder Dragon a lot more. I just like the deck more, to be honest. So, yeah, and a lot of you on the Thunder Dragon video asked for a deck list. So I'm going to give you my deck list today. Now, keep in mind, I didn't actually use this exact build for all the matches you're going to see for the replays I include in today's video. But this is the current one I'm running, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let's take a look at the card by card. My only hand trap I play right now is Maxi. I was using Ash at one point, but I realized more and more that I needed some more cards for combo plays that I wanted to run. So I just cut it to only Maxi. Maxi is the best hand trap in the game. It works against like every single deck except like Flandreese and maybe like the Labyrinth decks. They can play around Maxi a lot, but yeah, Maxi is just a great card. Best hand trap in the game, obviously. Banned for a very good reason in the TCG. Although, honestly, I think in the TCG it could come back to 1 and be okay. There's a lot of counters to it anyway, so. 2 Thunder Dragon Matrix, obviously. Actually, yeah. Yeah, I'll just go in this order, why not? It's a level 1 monster. I like to use it for Link Karibo plays occasionally. Its best effect's probably the discard to give a monster 500 attack, because I can also use it to chain Titan the activation, so that's pretty nice. We also have one copy of Fairy Tale Snow. This is a card I want to dump into the graveyard of something like a Chaos Valkyrie. And if I can get into the graveyard and banish a bunch of Thunder Dragons, like if we can banish all the monsters that have banish effects off that snow, that's so much advantage. So I have one copy of it. I just want to get it into the graveyard if possible and then combo off with it. I have 2 starter cards, 3 copies of each. 3 Batteryman Solar. This is basically a Foolish Burial for any Thunder monster, which is pretty good. It also has this special summon effect, which is pretty good if I want to go into the Link monster with Thunderstorm mech. So I really like it for both of those reasons. It's a pretty good card. We also have 3 Aloof Lupine. This basically lets me banish 2 Thunder Dragons. So it's usually what I like to do is get a Roar banished off it and a Matrix, and then Roar summon Dark. Dark I can then sack for a Colossus, and then I can get a Search off Dark. So Aloof Lupine, just on 1 normal summon of it, generates me a bunch of advantage, so it's a very good card for that reason. Before I get to the Chaos Monsters, 3 OG Thunder Dragons. Great card. It's basically just a discard fodder for Titan at this point. I use it just to set up the graveyard for banishing stuff if I need to protect one of my monsters. And also I can use it to destroy a bunch of stuff with a Titan, which is pretty nice. 2 Thunder Dragon Darks. This one searches the deck for anything, which is what I care about. You can also discard it to add another copy of itself, kind of like the original. That comes up occasionally if I want to use like a Titan Destruction, but most of the time I'm trying to get the search effect. 1 Hawk. I usually just search it off Dark, so I don't really need multiple copies of it. It special summons anything in the graveyard or banished if I discard it, which is pretty good. And obviously 2 Roars. This will special summon anything, and it also has. I can also add a. I can also add a card back from the graveyard or banished, which I like to use with the Thunder Dragon Fusion spell. Sorry if I'm talking weirdly. I have a bit of a cold. But yeah, I like to discard this to get the fusion spell back. We have some Chaos monsters too. We have 2 Chaos Valkyrie. This is a pretty good one. This one also can like Foolish Burial any light or dark, which I really like. Blackluster Soldier, Envoy at the beginning. This one's amazing. It gives me 2 banishes. So I can banish like maybe a Matrix and a Dark and a Roar to get this out. Not only do I get a giant like beat stick, I also get 2 search effects off it, which is pretty good. Dragon Duo, same thing as Envoy for the most part, but I honestly prefer Envoy. Chaos Creator, this one's a Thunder monster and has the same thing. And it can also special summon a banished monster, which I really like about it, so that's a pretty good card. I think that's it for the monsters in the deck, yeah. Spells, we got one Raigeki. I only have one. I don't really know if I need to run the second. That's just good to have. One Feather Duster. I mean, I need spell and trap removal. This is the best way to do it, so. One Reborn. I actually have something to go along with the Reborn, so we'll get you in a bit. Two Change of Heart. It's semi-limited in Master Duel for some reason. This is one of my favorite cards, and if you're going second and draw this, puts you in a good position. I only run one copy of the Fusion spell. I can search it pretty easily off Dark, so I don't really need to run more than it. And I also like to recycle it with Roar to begin with, so. One triple attack, I could probably replace this. I only have one copy of it, but if you draw it and someone gets to use it, I mean, you can do either Pot of Greed, Forceful Sentry, or Change of Heart, so it's very good. Two Chaos Space. This card's broken. I can search any Chaos Space, and I can discard a card as well, which if I can discard one of my Thunder Dragons and then immediately banish it off something like a Duo or Envoy, instant advantage. I do run one Pot of Prosperity. It is limited. There's a lot of the cards in the extra deck I'm okay with getting rid of to use this card to search for something, so if I ever pull this, it's pretty good. This is a card I thought would be really good for this deck that I haven't really seen other people run in Thunder Dragon, and that is Overdone Burial. This lets me discard a monster and then special summon one from the graveyard with a level lower than the discarded monster. Then the effects are negated, but I don't really care because most of these effects activate after they get sent to the graveyard. So if I just sack it for a link play, I get an advantage still anyway. So what I really like to do with Overdone is discard like a Roar and then go for a Dark. If you can do that, you can get the Roar in the graveyard. You can get Dark sacked for like maybe a Colossus or something, and then you can banish Roar off a Chaos monster to go into something else. So Overdone Burial just enables so much stuff for this deck. It's very good. I really like this card. And lastly, we have two Called by the Graves and a Crossout Designator. That's just hand trap defense. Although, to be honest, I could probably remove the Crossout at this point because it's only really protection against Maxi at this point. But yeah, Called by the Graves just better. And I'm kind of surprised it's not limited. It's only semi-limited here. Extra deck, one Colossus. It's limited, so two Titan. One Skyplace thing. I use this in case I have double Titans. I've only used this actually like once or twice. One Linkuriboh, one Striker Dragon. I had this back when I had White Dragon, Wyver Buster, and Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, but I got rid of them because White Dragon got banned, so this is just still kind of here. I immediately banished it off Prosperity now at this point. Nightmare Phoenix, that's more spell and trap removal if I need it. Witch's Apprentice, it's decent. It also lets me power up some dark monsters, and also lets me target stuff to add back to the hand, which is sometimes useful. Some Summer Summoner, decent. I can use this to go into Storm Mech a lot too, which I like. Predaplant Verte Anaconda, I have it. I sometimes use it for the fusion spell, but not often. We have BLS Soldier Chaos. I love this card. 2 Storm Mech, and a Pulsa, and an Access Code Talker, which I don't really use these two very often, but they're good if I ever bring them up, obviously. But yeah, that's the deck, and here's some replays. Enjoy.